Hello there, everybody. Welcome back to the second part of the Build a Live Sprint stream with me. We're going to go ahead straight into what I do to build my videos. I'll be looking more at using Canva to actually walk you through things and starting to get into the bare bone basics of DaVinci Resolve for a little extra pizzazz potentially in the end. Let's go ahead and get started. Welcome on back, everybody. So as promised, we're starting off right in Canva, and I'm going to go ahead and decide to build a video set based on the backgrounds I made in part one. If you want to see how I built all of this, do go ahead and check out that part one, linked somewhere in a card or the description box. So I'm going to also go into the grid view down here in the bottom right hand corner and remove most of these slides. So yes, all I want is that basic background that I built. I told you last time in the part one that we would use it a lot. So let me go ahead and ungroup things here right quick. And we're going to go under our Uploads tab and our Elements tab. I'm looking for a couple of different things here. I wanted to add a mug. My celebration videos have taken on a cup of positivity vibe, as per was the suggestion of several people. So thank you to everybody who attends my live stream sprints on Fridays and Saturdays. I do this on behalf of the Heart Breathings writing community. We just had Double Down Day earlier this month. I know Virtual Writing Retreat Weekend is also going to be the 20th, 21st, and 22nd of October. And then we have Double Down Day the first Saturday of November. So I love this time of year. I feel like I get so much done because between Preptober and November, it's Double Down Day, Virtual Writing Retreat Weekend, Double Down Day during NaNoWriMo. So it really catapults me into a full holiday season of writing. Now, I am going to make these videos, so I'll download them as MP4s and add music to them later. I'll do the music adding in DaVinci Resolve, actually. I really do like this little curly Q steam motif we have going on. And I'm going to add some celebratory text. The last time we had little buttons. I made it like video game achievements that people could collect. This time I'm just going to go ahead and add some different text elements in here of various phrases I say on occasion or the routine, either as a sprint host, as a writing coach, as an editor, or even as a former K-12 teacher. I recently asked Matt Schaefer, if you know who he is and follow either his YouTube channel here or his Mondays with Matt, or if you know of the Full-Time Purpose and the Conscious Coaching Accelerator that he and two of his friends run together, then you know who I'm talking about. He's an amazing guy. His energy is just... it is a cup of positivity nonstop every time you hang out with him. I will say that for sure. And I asked him, what do I say in regards to people kind of yucking my yum for what I'm intending to do with my editing and coaching? You know, it sounds a lot like what you used to do with kids for way, way more cost. Well, yeah, but at the same time, I know a lot of educators are not getting paid anywhere near what they are worth. Those of us who have 2 master's degrees and decades of experience, you know, we're not getting paid what we're worth for sure, and that's part of it. I'm sure the whole mindset of teacherdom is what it is value-wise, because we don't pay them as well as other countries do, because our society usually wrongfully equates value with how much you make, and that's not always right. That's not always right. So, yeah. Matt, thank you for that uplift. Because writing is not an age thing. Like, for example, many of my fellow author friends here are writers who are doing this in their retirement, or they're coming back to writing after a career and raising their kids, or because of life events, health events, they stumbled into writing as therapy, right? So it doesn't matter what time you realize that you have this love of creating things with words. You could be 9 years old and be at the same skill set as a 63-year-old is where I'm at in that regard. And as long as you have a love of writing and a love of storytelling, that's all that matters. That's really all that matters. A love of storytelling is something that's kind of honestly genetically brewed into humankind, in my opinion. Think about it. Before writing, what did we used to do when there was nothing to do in the middle of the cold, rainy, bad weather season, regardless of what culture you're in, right? There's a reason why we have legends, epics, myths, pantheological, oh my goodness, who's making who mad in what realm now stories. Because we all got bored and started telling stories. Storytelling goes back to that oral tradition. It's so far ingrained into us to enjoy this level of creativity, and I think we've started to take it for granted in a day and age where we shouldn't have to, right? So I'm going to go under my share button and download. I clicked the download these as separate files as an MP4. If I did not click the download as separate files, every single file would have come through in one lumped mass, and I would have had a single file to break up. That's way messier than clicking a button and making it do it for me automatically. Once you get into that, let's go find some free music. Anybody who has a YouTube channel can access the audio library in YouTube Studio for free. Go to studio.youtube.com. If you have not already launched your YouTube channel, this is where you'll start anyway, okay? I have Creator Music because I'm on their new Tier 1 with Creator Music Beta. So partnership program, it looks a little different, but anyone can find the audio library there down at the bottom of Creator Music. If you have it, it's a little link. Audio libraries all free. These are tracks that creators once in a while give to the Creative Commons. Any creator can use these. A lot of YouTubers use these sounds. I'm sure if you go through, you will hear sounds from my channel. Sarah Cannon's channel probably has some sound effects and things in here. I would not be shocked if other hosts and admins for Heart Breathings or other YouTubers, author tubers, booktubers, and so on have been in here using these over the years, okay? I do use, because of Books by Adrian picking it as part of him designing my channel opening and closing, I have this First Dream track that I adore that I'm going to use, and just instead of intermixing tracks, just use one track this time around. Everyone loves the sound of this track anyway, so I'm just going to use it for the holiday season. It kind of feels a little fitting until I redo the stream for Christmas and January. So you can sort through here based on the genre, mood, and artist. You can do a sort, all of those category column titles you see there, you can sort through them. Once I have all of my files downloaded that I need, I'm going to then log into, or load up rather, DaVinci Resolve. You can see I have my very vast library. You can see my history of editing videos. I'm going to pick a new video and start there. And then the first thing I like to do before I even start editing anything is to, quote, build my resources or clips media pool. That media pool can hold MP4s, MP3s, so videos, audio only. It can hold JPEGs, GIFs, PNGs, so basic video image files too. I use DaVinci as a complement on top of Canva in case I need something a little bit more fancy. So I'm going to go ahead and obviously use this to add pretty transitions onto the ends of my videos, add sound, adjust my sound. Yes, you can do some of this in Canva. I'm a little more intuitive with DaVinci Resolve. So we're going to go down to the Edit button. It's the third button from the left on the bottom, and put our video in. I'm going to make all of these short little overlay videos for my channel pretty much have very, very similar opens and closes. So I'm going to set one up, render it, and then reset the video portion and leave everything else. So right here, I'm just using the Control/ on my keyboard to pick out, and the mouse to drag what sample of the audio file I want. You can go to Blackmagic Design's official YouTube page, and they have how-tos to teach you how to do this. I'm also going to go under the audio tab on the right-hand side there and bring the volume down to -11.1111 is normally what I do. Then I go under audio transitions on the left, and I normally pick the crossfade -3 decibels, so that way the track before it will drop 3 decibels, and then it'll increase 3 decibels into this track. And I'm making that actually a little bit shorter. I don't want it to be as long as 3 seconds, so I can drag any effects item that I drop on the audio line there. And the same is true for these video transitions that are under the toolbox on the left-hand side as well. You can right-click them to add them to any clip you wish. I ended up going with the circles just because I think they kind of just fit the theme, and I want my circles to be the same size as my audio clip there. Just doing a quick check of the playthrough. Do I like it? And is it short enough? Yes. For these overlay videos, you're going to want to keep them about 3 to 6 seconds long. Okay? Just enough to celebrate or just to switch over. Now, on the bottom far right button is your render button. I'm going to put in my title of what I want it to be. Click Browse. Where do I want it to land? I want it to save to my desktop. And I wanted to make sure I had clicked the YouTube video button at the top so it renders in the correct ratios for YouTube, okay? Now I'm going to go back to the Edit tab on the bottom bar, grab my second MP4, and I'm literally just going to drag and drop it over my first one so it overwrites, and then I'm just going to fix my circle video transitions again, so that way I do not have to redo the sound again, okay? It's half the battle. I'm just making them look consistent and continuous, I guess, with one another, congruous, and then I'll save it the same way. YouTube format, change the title name, browse, drop it on my desktop, and then render it to the desktop to save there, okay? I'm going to go back and repeat the same thing on the Edit tab, and you'll see me do this a bunch of times. So we'll probably just let this montage a little bit as that repeats a few more times. And what all else is coming down the pipeline? Well, again, Virtual Writing Retreat Weekend. I'm probably hosting for some of that. I intend to offer to host for some of that. So if the schedule is already out or if the replays are available, thank you for checking us out over there with our Heart Breathing's Writing Community Sprints. Thank you, Sarah Cannon, for making that community. And honestly, thank you for a lot of the things that you share with the community just for free and to be so kind. I've been using Sarah's Preptober guide to help me get back into writing Vitae Elangica 2, and oh my goodness, it literally has helped me to solve not just 1, but 6 books and connect threads on my plot wall. So thank you so much, Sarah, for being the guiding light that you are in this community, and everybody who shows up around here on the routine to support me so that I am able to support other writers. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. There's some freebies, not just linking to the Heart Breathings writing community where you can join Sarah's newsletter and get into her resource library, but there's also some freebies that Melissa Power of Power Play Press and I made, along with Jody Jean Daniels, that are linked below. And if you join my Substack, I even added a couple more freebies over there just to help you throughout this season. I know the holidays can be rough in and of themselves, but please, my dears, if there's anything I can do to help you take better care of yourself, please reach out and let me know. You know I'm here to help you convince those lies that people have told you to believe to go away, even if we got to make them sit in the corner for 25 to 30-ish or so minutes at a time during a sprint, and cheer you on in chat in between. Above all, thank you for being you. Thank you for being part of my community. Take care of yourself. I know you're worth it.